the first thought I had was when Alex Jones came out and said, "Oh, this is a terrorist attack," and fucking Kevin Sorbo said, "If you don't think this is a terrorist attack, you're not paying attention." Is like tying it to the Russian concert hall. When did ISIS attack that concert hall? When it was full of people. When did the barge hit the bridge? At 1:30 a.m. after a mayday was called. So the only people, unfortunately, sadly, lost their lives were workers. They had time to close the bridge down and keep, they only had a couple minutes, but they were able to say, get off the bridge, not allow any cars
Oh
on
yeah,
for
they
like
called out a mayday, and
right.
they
So
saved a
when
bunch of
would
people with that.
terrorists attack that bridge? At 1:30 a.m. in the middle of the night, or would they do it during rush hour? Hmm.
Rush
I'm
hour
gonna,
for sure, but it's
yeah,
here to your point, man. It wasn't just Alex Jones. Like you expect crazy shit out of Alex
yeah.
Jones.
No, like I said,
It's
Kevin
you
Sorbo's
can
also an asshole. There were a bunch of people saying it.
right. No, they're all over Fox News, and they're like I've heard Maria Bartiromo and people on her show blame it on not just terrorism, but like it's migrants that did this.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard
It's
that too. I've
trying
heard
to the
migrants.
tying it to the border, and she's trying, and it's like they blamed it. They spent all week blaming it on literally everything except for a boat hitting it. And it's like, dude, there's
Except for
videos
a
of a
power
giant
failure.
ass boat just running right into the fucking thing. And I did, you know, and I get pushing lies if you think you won't get caught or if the truth won't come out until way later. But it's like there's videos of a fucking boat hitting it. So I
Well,
don't
not
know what you want there.
I'm not a nautical expert, but I do know that bays and oceans and rivers, and there's something called tides, eddies, and currents. And so, yeah, if a boat loses power, it's going to drift, like it's going to sway. It's not just going to go in a straight line. So when I see a tweet that says, watch this video and tell me that wasn't intentional, the power goes out, boats go with the flow. You can't steer a boat once it has no power. And so if the current is pushing it sideways and yeah, I mean, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure they'll be able to
I heard
examine.
Nancy Mace blame it on infrastructure funding. Her claim was that you keep bridges from falling down by funding them less. I don't if for one thing, this has nothing to do with funding. That thing could have been pristine. It could have had all of the rust blasted off of it, all the potholes filled in. It would have fallen down because a fucking boat hit it. Even
Well,
if it wasn't the case, even if it fell down by itself, that would be more of a case for more infrastructure spending. So I don't
yeah,
know what the fuck she's talking about.
I didn't
That's
hear
even
that
dumber than
one
blaming it on
because
terrorists or migrants or any of that.
I didn't hear that because I would have
Oh
expected
yeah.
the we need more infrastructure spending. This is what happens when you have a weak president, but they can't do that because they know he just passed an infrastructure bill the other year after Trump promised it for 4 years. So it's funny to hear her say that. I did read someone say we're going to look at the. I can't remember the exact quote, but they said we need to see why this bridge collapsed. What was wrong with the structure? Like, well, the first thing I read is it was built in 1977. Pretty sure technology's improved, and yeah, you got 40 years out of it, but maybe it could have used a support beam or two or a complete overhaul because this happens every so often. In Pittsburgh a couple of years ago, my first thought was I-35 in Minneapolis. Anybody in the Midwest will remember that, just like boom, collapsing and cars going into the river. It's not supposed to happen, but it does.
Right, but
Especially if a
what
bridge fucking a barge hits it.
well that's the thing is that most of these other collapses didn't happen as a result of a boat that fucking big
Yeah.
hitting. I mean, that thing was the size of a skyscraper. If that hits any bridge, you're gonna have problems. I don't care how it was built, when it was built. That thing was good. That thing was going to go. It doesn't matter who's in office. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like you just said, skyscraper. You're talking about tons and tons and tons, tens of thousands of tons of steel crashing into a bridge. That's gonna cause some damage.
Yeah, I mean, it hit
But
it right in the support beam. So I don't,
yeah. Well, they're
yeah,
saying that
but they
it was a cyber attack and that terrorists took out the power. Except for then a day later, it says that this boat has lost power in the past. It's like, oh, good to know that it's lost power in the past and it's still out there sailing around.
see. I get lying about some shit that like we're just never going to find out, or like it happened so far away that like we're never going to have the facts. Lying about stuff that's happening in Gaza, I get that. I get that because it's so far away from here, and you have to go through so many different sources that it's sort of third hand news by the time it gets to you, so
Yeah.
you can shape the facts into whatever you want. We were gonna find out what happened here. You know what I mean? So when you lie about it, or just try to morph it into something without having all the facts, to morph it into something to where it's almost certainly anything but what you're saying, the truth will come out about 2 days after you're saying whatever the hell you're saying.
Well, the only problem I have with that is two words: January 6th. We all watched that happen live on the news, and you still have the dumbest of done people saying it was Antifa, they were patriots, oh, it was a CIA plot, oh, it was an FBI plot, oh, I mean, you watch it happen live, and you even have people that are
Yeah, but
Trumpers
they're
that were
saying it from
there.
a jail cell. That's my point. Like they're
No, the people that aren't in jail cells, people are saying, "Well, I was on the law and I watched them go in, and I know I didn't go in because I'm a Trumper, so it was the FBI that signaled Antifa to go in." Like the people that are in jail definitely were inside. I'm saying there is a very small QAnon consensus among stupid people that it wasn't Trumpers.
Well, sure, but even Fox News, no, I'll even say, look, Fox News said that at first, more or less, said that the election was rigged, and they had to pay just south of $1 billion.
Yeah,
They have to now cut into Trump's speeches when he starts going on about the election stolen, and they have to go,
and correct him.
yeah, that's not true. The election wasn't stolen. Believe this guy, Biden's fucking evil, but no, he's lying here. We got caught lying. We got caught in court lying about something huge and had to pay just south of $1 billion. We are
Well,
fucking clowns.
Biden is evil, and I can prove it. Of the two people running for president, which one is selling Bibles with the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution inside the covers
Oh,
of the
there we
Bible?
go. There we go.
Boom.
Biden's Bible ain't got no constitution
Yep.
because he
Yeah,
doesn't give a fuck
Biden doesn't
about
even have a
America.
Bible. Bible. Biden doesn't have a Bible. He's evil. Of all the candidates running for president, there's only one selling Bibles, and that means he is the most holy and pure. $50 too. Not a bad price for a Bible
No,
with all
60.
that
It's
stuff in it.
59.99.
Yeah. Oh,
Unless
60. All right.
unless you got a sale on yours. I don't
Now,
know.
one